Meet our fabulous English-speaking tour guide provided by Palomino Hospitality, our DMC in India, who put together a really memorable tour of Delhi and, you'll see later, Agra. On this tour, our first stop was to see Mahatma Gandhi's cremation site, which dated January 31, 1948.
Ghats are the places where the Hindu people, they burn the dead bodies. It's believed that human being is made up of 5 elements: fire, earth, sun, air and water. So if you burn the dead bodies, everything gets integrated with the universe. Over there's a memorial of Gandhi. It's made up of black granite, and there's an eternal flame which lights up there 365 days in a year, 24/7.
And now we find ourselves looking at the memorial, an eternal flame, in the spot that Mahatma Gandhi was cremated in. It's an overwhelming feeling. Our guide then went on to tell us more about Gandhi.
So I'll explain you about Gandhi. So Gandhi was born in 1869 in the western province of India, Gujarat. Gandhi wanted to become a lawyer. He wanted to become a barrister. So Gandhi, he sailed to England and he studied law for 5 years. He became a lawyer in England. In England, he couldn't get equal opportunities because in those days there was a lot of racism against the Asians, against the Africans. So Gandhi, he went to South Africa. So one day Gandhi was traveling in a train from Johannesburg to Pretoria, since he belonged to a very wealthy family. He was a rich man. So he bought the ticket of the first class coach. So in those days, only the white people, they were allowed to sit in the first class. So Gandhi was thrown out from the moving train. So that day he took a pledge, he took a vow that he will crush the empire of the evil. That's what he used to call the British Empire, the empire of the evil. He sailed back to India in 1915. So when Gandhi came to India, he was appalled to see the plight of the people. People became very poor because, this is all what happens in colonialism. And he never used to wear anything on the top. Like he used to live around semi-naked because majority of the people in India, they didn't have the resources to eat 3 times in a day and to have proper clothing. So he said, when majority of my people, they can't afford it, how can I use it? Gandhi was assassinated in 1948 by a Hindu fanatic because there were riots between the Hindus and the Muslims, and 800,000, there are no exact figures, but this is just a vague figure I'm telling you. 800,000 people died in the riots, 500,000 were Muslims and 300,000 were Hindus and Sikhs. So the Muslims, they were kicked out from India, and the Hindus and Sikhs, they were kicked out from Pakistan.
Not to be missed on a trip to Delhi is the Akshardham, a large Hindu temple complex that took over 13 years to build. It's a tribute to the life and teaching of Swami Narayan. You will be amazed at its 97 carved pillars, 8 balconies, 264 sculpted figures, and 220 stone beams. In this temple, you will see a 7-foot gold leaf sacred image of the Swami. The whole experience is one of awe and will take you at least a morning or an afternoon to explore. Next stop, the Red Fort on our Delhi tour. I'm already taking pictures.
The Red Fort was constructed by Shah Jahan, the same Mughal emperor who constructed the Taj Mahal. He constructed the Red Fort. It took 9 years for the construction. It started in 1638 and it finished in 1647. So the entire fortress is constructed with the red sandstone because it's a stone which is easily available on the outskirts of Delhi and Agra. And it's quite a hard stone. It was under the Mughals from 1648 up till 1857. In 1857, the British, they occupied the Red Fort, and from 1847 till 1947, for 90 years, it was under the occupation of the English. After independence, again it belonged to the government of India. So it's a World Heritage Site declared by UNESCO when India became independent.
No doubt, the Cobra adds a special touch to a day of sightseeing. On our way to one of Delhi's largest street markets, just across the way from the Red Fort. In Old Delhi at the Chandni Chowk is a maze of narrow streets, busy bazaars, honking horns, ox carts, animals, trucks and traffic. But more than that, it's a way to capture the flavor of India.
So 8,000 people living in 1 square kilometer. It's one of the most densely populated parts of India. You can see Hindu temple, Jain temple, church, Sikh temple, and behind the street there's a mosque. And there's a mosque over there also. So all the people living in peace and harmony. Right now we have arrived the biggest tea and spice market of Asia. The name of this market is Khari Bauli. Different qualities of spices and tea, what they sell in this market. And they're exporting to different countries. You see the small shop, this is just a showcase window. They have the warehouses which are underground where they store the tea and spices.
This part of Delhi is a market that's divided into sections, and we just visited the spice and tea. Now we're going to the flower section. And I know none of us have ever seen so many picked bunches of flowers, and they're being prepared for sales.
Only in this place you can see this. Give me around 10-15 minutes.
A sure way to navigate this extremely congested old area of Delhi is on a rickshaw. Our driver takes us through the jewelry bazaar with its fine stones and gold.
84 different kinds of precious and semi-precious stones. The best of the rubies, they come from India and Myanmar. The best of the sapphires, they come from India and Sri Lanka. The best of the emeralds, they come from India and Sri Lanka. The biggest diamond in the world, it's an Indian diamond. Right now in England.
Thank you to our rickshaw driver who worked so hard.
I'm Ajay Vinayak. I run a company called Palomino Hospitality. It's a destination management and an event company. We are famous for HNI travel, for MICE, meeting, incentive, conference, exhibitions. We can meet you at the airport, right at when you come out from the tarmac, and we'll welcome you, we'll escort you from there to the immigration. You'll be having a porter who's gonna take care about your luggage, of course. And then we'll be escorting you to the hotel. Many good hotels in India. It can be Taj Group of Hotels, it can be Oberoi Group of Hotels, Leela, of course. I shouldn't be forgetting Imperial Hotel. We do many boutique incentive programs with them. Then we come to the nitty-gritty of your travels. Your culture part of India, you got many dialects here, many languages here, but still everybody speaks good English here. They understand. There are many things which you can add on, but for me, giving about India, it cannot be spoken. You have to experience about it. We can give you the experience of Inside It to the Royalty, or we can organize a village program for you, where you can meet the real villagers, farmer, how they've been farming. And in the evening, we can experience of Bollywood, where you get the Bollywood dancer troupe. They dance with you, they teach you the lessons, and you enjoy your evening. Golfing tour, it can be organized from 2 people to maybe a bigger group. If you're coming for your personal program or a business trip or a leisure trip, we're going to look after you. You're most welcome to my incredible India country. Thank you.
No matter where you're from in the world, when you come to India, think of Palomino Hospitality. I'd like to thank you for watching Hometowns and Heroes in Golfing Country. And if you would, give us a like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, we'd sure like to hear them. Thank you.